Are you ready to obtain ultimate success in the game of life within your company, business, school, or group? Then Tyrone Poole is your go-to informational speaker. With his 22 plus years of experience in excelling to the highest level of achievement, he will teach you proven principles that will yield maximum results. Book Tyrone now for your next keynote speaker, corporate event, commencement, or K-12 event.
Hello, everyone, and praise be to God Almighty for another opportunity to be here with you for another great episode of Work That Thing Show. I am Tyrone Poole. The purpose of the Work That Thing Show is to inspire you, motivate you with information that will help you overcome. That's right, overcome obstacles. And I know one thing, well, three things to be exact. In order to work that thing, you have to know who you are, what you have, and my friends, you got to know what you can do. And you must remember, overcoming any obstacle. How many obstacles? Any obstacle takes a mindset that will not quit. My question to you is, are you ready to work that thing? Let's WTT, shall we? As I was preparing the show today, I said, what do I really want to talk about? What is it that is universal? Is universal, right? Everybody will go through it. Or everybody, if you haven't gone through it, you will go through it. Just keep on living. I said, what would that be that is universal, that a unique person, speaker like myself, can try to get everybody to understand? And the one thing that came up, the one word that came up was adversity. That's right, adversity. Adversity in history encompasses a wide range of hardships and challenges faced by individuals. Some of you right now going through adversity, or maybe you're going through adversity as a group. Now these adversities can include social inequalities, discrimination, economic hardship, natural disasters, and political conflicts. Now, throughout history, numerous individuals have overcome adversity to achieve success, or should I say, achieve success again. Now, let me say that one more time. Let me say that again. I don't think y'all heard what I said. Throughout history, numerous individuals and companies, our groups, have overcome adversity to achieve success or achieve success again, right? And make a significant contribution to society. Because I am a firm believer that the teacher, the student is only as good as the teacher. But check this out. The teacher, me, you, we are only as good as the experience of adversity, right? That we have been exposed to, right? So I can tell you right now, I have a doctrine. I have a master in adversity. Any of you got a doctrine, a master's, right? So, hindsight is always 2020. That's how we figure out what type of adversity we've gone through. And guess what? The adversity you are facing now, the adversity you're going through as a group, I'm here to tell you, is only for a season, my friend. Yes, it is. It is only for a season. Now, why do I say that? Let me give you a couple examples of adversity in history, right? It was only for a season. And then after that season, great contribution went on and was developed in society. How about social inequality or demonstration against people, right? Look over time, look over history, right? How about the apartheid in South Africa, right? The apartheid system, right? Which enforced racial segregation and discrimination, right? That's an example of social adversity. How about economic hardship, right? Let's go back to the 1930s, right? The period where economic hardship was so widespread and unemployment and poverty. But after all that was over, there were people who rediscovered success and became a major contributor to society, right? How about the financial crisis, right? Financial crisis, various financial crises throughout history. Maybe we think about 2008. Financial crisis, right? It caused a significant economic hardship for individuals and businesses. But guess what? They all overcame and became a major contributor to society. How about natural disasters, right? Natural disasters like earthquakes, right? Earthquakes have caused widespread death, destruction, and again, economic hardship. How about floods? Floods. Anybody ever been in a flood? Right? Like wipe you out, adversity, right? But you were able to bounce back. And there are countless of examples of individuals who have overcome adversity, right? And I can speak of one right now, Shedeur Sanders. Yeah, the NFL draft just happened, and Shedeur Sanders, he faced adversity, right? But I bet you he's gonna bounce back. How about my good friend Tom Brady or my good friend Terrell Davis, old former Georgia Bulldog, right? How about myself, right? And you? Now, the names and those few events that I highlighted are examples of human capacity to preserve and thrive in the face of adversity, demonstrating the importance of resilience and determination, right? Like my old good friend and nutty professor would say, yes, I can. So when adversity hits, you got to say, yes, I can. Even though adversity is trying to tell you you're not going to make it. Even though people are calling you, telling you this, telling you that, you got to believe that you have the resilience and you got to stay determined. Right? But most importantly, out of all that stuff that I named, whether it was events or people, the most important thing that I did not mention was the support system. Yeah, I talked about groups, I talked about individuals, but the support system, the foundation that was needed to overcome adversity. Woo, T-Poo, we about to jump in it now. Again, adversity, people, it is a great teacher. But it is also a great revealer. It's a great teacher and a great revealer. When life throws its hardest punches, right? When the storms rage and the ground beneath us starts shaking, something extraordinary happens. The extraordinary thing that happens when the ground beneath us starts to shake, adversity shows up. That extraordinary thing that happens is silence. Not the type of silence that means emptiness, right? But the silence of clarity. Adversity gives you an opportunity to do inventory of people, places and things. That's why I have this auditorium behind me, right? Because there are different levels, different seatings in this auditorium, right? The ticket prices are a little bit different from those who want to be on floor level, those who want to be your partners, right? That's a ticket price that comes with that. And then there are those who say, hey, I don't want to be that close to the stage. I just want to see the performance. So they're going to pay for the cheaper tickets that are up top. But again, you are the performer on stage, right? And you're able to get clarity in the silence, right? It is in this silence, people, that we truly see the world around us and the people in it, just like the people who watch you perform on stage, which your life is a performance, right? You're performing in front of people. Every day you wake up, every morning God wakes you up, you're putting on a performance. There are people who are going to pay to see you play, and they support you. And then there are going to be people who say, man, look at here, give me the cheap tickets. Right? So that's why today's topic, I want to talk about the quiet battle, discovering your support system. And my friends, adversity has a way of stripping away the noise, the distractions, and the superficial layers of our lives, right? Adverse situations force us to pause, to slow our roll, right? You start paying attention to who is really in your corner and who is really not in your corner. That's the great thing about adversity. Not only is it tough, but also, like I said, it's a revealer. It's a revealer. So you slow your roll so we can reflect on the comfort, the reality of our situation. And in that stillness, we begin to notice who stands by our side. Who are the people who are in the front row that paid to sit that close so they can encourage us, right? And then we look and see those sitting up in the top of the stands, right? Those who sometimes they just watching, right? I don't care that much about the performance. I just want to say I came, right? And then we got those who just turn and run away. I'm not coming to see that performance. I don't care how much the tickets are, right? So this is what adversity does for us. It's a revealer, our support system, right? So first group of people that I want to talk about the people who are down low. The people who paid the high price ticket, the people who sit at the edge of the stage and cheer you on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Those are the people that I call our helpers. Those are the people that I call our partners, right? So we're going to call them our partners. Now, these are the ones who step forward without hesitation when adversity happens, who extend a hand when we are at our lowest. They are the ones who show up, not because they expect something in return, no, but because they genuinely care. Those are the people who sit in the front row. Those are the people who pay those high price tickets because they want to see you succeed. Those are our partners, right? Their presence is a reminder that even in our darkest moments, we are not alone. I love it. I love it. It just makes me remind myself that's why God Almighty is a partner. God says, I will never leave you nor forsake you. God has bought that ticket that's down low, that's up close to the stage. Your partners are the people who prove that true friendship, true loyalty, and true love are not just words. They are actions. Have you discovered your partners yet? Have you discovered your partners yet? And then there are those who I say they run away. They run away. So let's call them magicians. Yeah, we're going to call them magicians. Those are the ones who appear when they disappear, should I say? Where they reappear, disappear, right? They disappear when the going gets tough, just like a magician. Abracadabra, poof, they gone, right? They were there in the good times, laughing, laughing at every joke you said, and celebrating with us. But when adversity strikes, when the valley showed up, as I walked through the shadow of the valley of death, when the valley showed up, when life asked you to reset, and oh yeah, we all will have to reset at some point in our lives. When those magicians, when they vanish, and while their absence, right? While their absence may hurt, right? Because it hurts because you thought they were a partner, right? Their absence may hurt. It also teaches us in that adversity a valuable lesson. Not everyone is built for the storms of life. Not everyone is built for the adversity that comes your way. And it's okay. It's okay, right? Because their departure. Now listen up what I'm about to say. Turn the volume up. Turn the volume up. Now I'm talking about those magicians, right? Who disappear. People who disappear in your life. They were there supporting you when you were on top of the mountain. And then all of a sudden, abracadabra, they gone when you're in the valley. Their departure, as painful as it may be, clears the way for those who are truly meant to be in our lives. Because if they were of us, they would not have left us. Woo! Say that again. If they were of us, they would not have left us. I love it. And finally, people, you got your people pleasers. You got your people pleasers. These are the observers, the ones who linger on the sidelines, waiting to see how your adversity plays out. Asking themselves, do I stay? Because so many things are coming against that person. So many people are talking about that person. So many things are happening in that person's life. If I stay, will I recover? Will I get hurt with them? So I'm gonna go a little ways out, just to see how things are gonna turn out. Or they say to themselves, do I leave? Do I leave? But what if I leave, they overcome this adversity and they get back on top of the mountain? I might miss out on the new blessings in their lives. That's why I call them people pleasers, right? Because they're looking out for themselves too. Right? Now, they may offer words of encouragement or sympathy, but again, their actions, or should I say, lack thereof, right, speaks louder. They are cautious. I'm talking about the people pleasers. Perhaps even calculating. Even their hesitation reveals their true intentions. Now, while they may not harm us directly, their indifference reminds us that not everyone has our best interests at heart. There are some people waiting to take advantage of your adversity, right? They want to be where you are. They want what you got, right? Now, I have just identified the partners, magicians, as I call them, and people pleasers. So, what do we do with this knowledge I just gave you? How do we respond when adversity reveals the true nature of those around us? Should we throw away the magicians? Should we throw away the people pleasers and only work with our true partners? What should we do? What should we do? Well, I think the answer is simple. It's simple. During our adversity, we use everything and everyone to grow. That's right. During adversity, we don't throw nobody away. We let them all come in and watch our performance, right? Because we know how our performance is going to end. We know we win in the end, right? But adversity is a revealer. So when we win in the end and we move on to the next state, the next city to do our performance, we know who is who when they show up at the door. So during our adverse moment, we should use everything and everyone to grow. Adversity is what I call the weight room of life that prepares us to come back stronger than ever before. Almost like the song LL Cool J. Shout out to LL Cool J. He said, "Mama said knock you out." He starts off, "Don't call the comeback. I've been here for years." It was just I was going through adversity and I had to get silent for a moment so I could do inventory, right? Even though it looked like the wheels are falling off the bus. No, I got some spares. It's just a moment of silence. And this too shall pass. It's only a season. So adversity allows us to place people in their correct seats during our journey called life. So it's not if you go through adversity, it's when you go through adversity. We should cherish those who help. We should let go of those who run away. If they want to run like Forrest, run, Forrest, run. Let them run. Let them run. Don't even try to hold up a sign and say stop. Let them run, right? Let them go. Because by them leaving, listen to what I'm about to say. By them leaving does not mean you won't reach your destiny. And for the people pleasers, right? We remain cautious of them. Cautious of those who watch from a distance, right? Again, your life is a stage. It's a stage show being performed in front of the audience. Just make sure we learn to surround ourselves with people who uplift us during adversity. We need to surround ourselves with people who inspire us during adversity and surround ourselves with people who stand with us through every storm of life. That's your support system. Even though adversity may silence us for a time, for a moment, for a season, it also gives us the clarity to see the world as it truly is, my friends. It teaches us who we can trust, who we can rely on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Those are your partners. Those are not magicians, because a magician, they'll take away whatever you're leaning on. And they're, anyways, I had to sing a little bit. I had to sing, right? But again, adversity, when you're going through adversity, you got to surround yourself with people who you can rely on. And people who are meant to walk through life with you. So when the storms of life come, I'm telling you to embrace the silence. Embrace the silence. The quiet battle. Discovering your support system. So until the next episode, I pray that you prosper in everything and be in health just as your soul prospers. And if today's episode was impactful to you in any kind of way, please send us an email and share your thoughts at info@workthatthing.com. Also, if you're having a corporate event, workshop, college program, church function, and you need a unique speaker with a universal message, just like I gave today, then I am that unique speaker with a universal message. So go ahead and send me an email. info@tyronepoole.com. info@tyronepoole.com. And please don't forget, experience Work That Thing. It's all about the E. A mindset full of energy, a mindset that is effective, a mindset that is efficient. A mind set in the right environment. So whatever excites you to work that thing, to earn that thing, you got to know it's a mindset experience. What do? We work that thing. What is it all about? It's all about the E. Until next time, people, love, peace, and joy. I am out of here. WTT 100.